Hey everyone, this is Verdilit here, and it's here, the LBA finals. Are you ready? Capron Litwix versus London Dragonites, and as you can see from the team preview, his team is super weak to Crawdaunt. I was happy he didn't bring Starmie or Superior, which put so much pressure on my team, and the reason I didn't bring Garchomp. So my goal here, as you can see, Crawdaunt straight up sweeps his team if I manage to take Lopunny and Dragonite out. So I have a mixer Crawdaunt with max attack, max special attack, Aqua Jet, Surf, Ice Beam, and Knockoff. So yeah, I wanted to lead with Skarmory to set up rocks, but I figured I had my guts telling me that he was gonna lead with Ember, and I decided to follow my guts because they usually don't betray me. So I lead off with my Tentacruel, and he lead off with Ember, so that was great. I had no reason to lead off with Tentacruel, but Tentacruel was Scarf, so I could catch something off guard and hit it with an Ice Beam. So I go for Surf, and the reason I have Surf over Scald, which Scald is amazing, could get the burns, is that I wanted to that it one-hit KOs the Mamoswine. I couldn't let Mamoswine live my Scald and then kill me. I am Scarf, max speed, max special attack. So it's set to switch out because obviously can't touch him. Seeing that he's Life Orb, I figured he might be special with Fire Blast or something. Plus, if he had Iron Head, Clefable can still eat that up if he's not Choice Banded. So I go into my Clefable, an amazing play on Dee Train. He goes for Toxic on my Clefable because he knows I'm bringing Unaware with Superior in the back. There's no reason to bring Magic Guard when he does not have Hazard Stack and he does not have any means of stall because his team is very offensive. But Toxic was very smart. So I am Walls Clefable because his team is one of the most offensive teams on the LBA, and I couldn't just run Walls because my walls would be broken. So I go for Reflect, and because I predicted him to switch into a physical wall, but he went for the Toxic, and then I went for Moonblast just in case he wanted to stay in and go for another T-Bolt or something, since he has the multi-scale up. So here, when he sent out this thing, I wanted to set up the light screen, but I figured I want to go into Skarmory and put my Stealth Rocks because he didn't bring Starmie, which can spin them away, and this will hurt the Dragonite. Like I said, Dragonite and Lopunny are literally the only thing that's stopping Crawdaunt. Like, Crawdaunt can beat the entire 4 without anything, without any boosts, without anything. I just click Aqua Jet, Surf, and Aqua Jet. That's it. So I really need this Dragonite gone alongside the Lopunny. So he goes back into this thing, and I have no switch-ins to it. So it's set to throw away my Tentacruel, since Crawdaunt can really beat all the things that Tentacruel can, so I could afford losing Tentacruel, but I can't lose Clefable just yet. So go for Ice Beam. Obviously he has his multi-scale, he didn't come in on the rocks or he would have died. So he takes me out to the Thunderbolt, and unfortunately it's super hard for me here. Obviously gonna see chops here and there from the video because my capture card is stupid, so try to ignore that. So I'm going to Clefable here because I can Moonlight safely. I couldn't switch Clefable with the rocks and the Thunderbolt. He goes into Captain Cold. As I Moonlight, I was like, I can't let him do weird shenanigans. I don't know what he wants to do, but he's probably going to expect the Skarmory, so I'm just gonna Moonblast. He goes for Icicle Crash. I do have my Reflect up. I am maxed HP with semi-split defenses, kinda tricky AV training, but unfortunately I do flinch. I can't get the Moonblast off, which sucks a lot, but then again I'm going to Skarmory regardless after the Moonblast, so I shouldn't have let Clefable take that unnecessary Moonblast. So he goes for another Icicle Crash, and this does way too much because obviously he's Life Orb, and if the next one flinches me, Mamoswine is just going to be one of the biggest problems in the world. So he goes for another Icicle Crash, hoping for that flinch, knowing that I'm obviously going to roast. And the click roast, and I wouldn't say luckily because since it's like a 20% chance to flinch, but I do manage to get the roast off. I am physically defensive Skarmory with Alka Berry. Alka Berry for Superior. Once Superior goes for Leaf Storm and then HP Fire, I can eat that up. And also Alka Berry weakens Fire type moves if you didn't know. And also he has Ember, and I can eat a Choice Banded Flare Blitz Reckless from Ember if I have the Alka Berry and smack him back with a Brave Bird. So I decided to go for Roast when this Hippo comes in because on the switch, I knew he was gonna switch, so... And then I went for Roar because I can't touch this thing and I wanted to damage something with Stealth Rocks. Unfortunately he gets dragged out into Dragonite, and he obviously has Roost since he's bulky with leftovers. I knew he wouldn't go for Thunderbolt right now, he would probably decide to Roost. So I decided to go for Roar, just to hopefully drag something that will be damaged. So he goes into his Alejandro the Landorus, and I decided to make the aggressive switch, which is super risky because I can't let him kill my also Scarfed Gengar. Scarfed Gengar to revenge kill Starmie and Serperior. I obviously have nothing for these two. They are the biggest threats to my team, and I was super surprised they didn't bring them. So he goes for Focus Blast, and I figured if he will not go right now, if he's either gonna stay and go for Psychic or just switch out. So my best bet is to go into Crawdaunt, and I do catch him with the Mamoswine, and he has to let his Mamoswine die because he can't risk a knockoff on his Dragonite. I go for Aqua Jet, manage to take this Mamoswine out, and goodbye Mamoswine, you are dead. Crawdaunt, Gannicus claiming his kills, the team MVP, the one carrying things on his back, goes into his Lola Bunny, and I figured I have to go into Skarmory, no doubt about that. It's my physical wall and all of that. Unfortunately, Fire Punch is weaker than High Jump Kick, so he has no reason to run Fire Punch, or Aqua Berry would have like made me eat that up. So he goes for Power Punch, which is extremely scary because if Skarmory goes down right now, I have to depend on Scarf Gengar to Focus Blast. He goes for High Jump Kick, and Skarmory does live that. Fantastic, Skarmory, this is your last game, your last season, you're not disappointing me. Go for that Brave Bird. Unfortunately, Lola Bunny does take that because Mega Lopunny has some nice bulk to it. It's I think it's slightly bulkier than normal Lopunny. So go into Satan just to get the Sucker Punch off. Since he's at this low range, I don't think Lopunny gets Will-O-Wisp or something. And yeah, it doesn't get Will-O-Wisp, and it doesn't have Substitute, so he can't pull off any tricks. I go for Sucker Punch, but it fails. As he goes for Healing Wish, obviously I couldn't just like set up a Sword Dance or something, even though I don't have Sword Dance, but I couldn't set up a Sword Dance or anything because a Jump Kick would have hurt. So he goes for Healing Wish. It didn't really do anything. He just switched into Umbara and was like, ha, you can't Sucker Punch me, you bastard. So goes into his Umbara. Umbara was full health anyways. I go into Clefable because I have to sack it to this Reckless Flare Blitz. He goes for Reckless Flare Blitz, and this is the biggest play of the game. Like I said, I am a mixer Crawdaunt, and if I click Ice Beam and he brings in Dragonite, I win. That's it. It's over. GG. So I figured he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't bring in his Dragonite, even though my guts were telling me to click Ice Beam, and I wanted to click Ice Beam so bad, but I clicked Aqua Jet because I feel like I said, if his Dragonite dies, it's over. But unfortunately, I do click Aqua Jet, making the safer play. Doesn't do much, which sucks a lot. And I knew he wouldn't roost against the Crawdaunt, so I can't stay in and click Ice Beam. I switch out, go into my Mark Cuban, the Gengar. He goes for a Thunderbolt, and this Thunderbolt gets a critical hit, which doesn't matter whatsoever. I don't know why I even said that, since he can't pick me off with extreme speed anyways. I decided to click Sludge Bomb because I figured he might stay in with this thing and I won't get the most damage, especially that he doesn't know that I'm Scarfed yet. I do go for Sludge Bomb, and Sludge Bomb is almost to hit KO on this thing, but I don't get the poison. I go for another Sludge Bomb, and like again, it doesn't kill. And he goes for Sludge Wave, taking me out, forcing me to go into my what do you call it? Yes, forcing me to go into my Gannicus to revenge kill this thing. And I click Aqua Jet. Obviously, he's not gonna switch out since Stealth Rocks and stuff. I didn't want to go into Mawile and click Sucker Punch, and him setting up Rock Polish or whatever. I don't care about Rock Polish, but I didn't want the stall. So he goes into his Superman, which is the Dragonite, and this is getting scary. As I go for Aqua Jet, obviously it's not gonna kill, and he's faster, so clicking Ice Beam wouldn't help me whatsoever. Aqua Jet doesn't do shit to this thing. As he goes for Thunderbolt, taking me out, and it's all up to Mawile, but my Mawile has a surprise. I do have Magnet Rise, which means I could dodge the Earthquake from Hippo, and I have 100 speed EVs, so he can't really speed creep me. So I go into Satan, and I click Sucker Punch because I know he wouldn't let me set up a Sword Dance and throw away the game. So all I have to do is maybe get a crit on his Embar. I don't know if that kills or not, but we'll see. So he goes into Embar. Can you get a crit with Sucker Punch or something? Because he's Scarf Reckless and he will destroy me. So go for Sucker Punch. Unfortunately, I don't get a crit or anything. And he goes for Flare Blitz, taking out my Satan, making it a 2-0 for Dee Train. And unfortunately, we do lose this season. It sucks a lot, but it's okay. We'll come back stronger next season, hopefully. And we did well. Like, we won Season 3, and we went into this season. We had a pretty good record until near the end of the regular season. we became a little bit sloppy because we clinched our spot. And then we went into the playoffs. We managed to beat the guy who beat us, Ab, with his Venusaur. We managed to take revenge, and even though it wasn't really his A game, I can't really be super proud about that, since he was like, it was a bit down. He's my best friend and whatnot, and he was like, oh man, I'm so sick of this semester and whatever. He wasn't in his A game, but we still at least beat him. And then we managed to beat the first guy in the Magma division, and then we beat the second guy in the Magma division. Just those two, bap, we managed to take him out with a pretty high score. I think we won our playoffs with 5-0, 4-0, and a 4-0 or 3-0, something like this. So a pretty good score. And unfortunately, we did lose. And I am surprised by Dee's team, but that's honestly, if he brought Starmie, I personally think if he had brought Starmie, I wouldn't have had any chance whatsoever to win, like on the spot, because Starmie kills everything. If you look at my team, Starmie kills every single member of my team. I have to Sucker Punch with Moa, but I couldn't risk like everyone in this LBA. One of the reasons Moa wasn't really that much of a threat. It was a huge threat, there's no doubt about that. But one of the most annoying things is that everyone goes for Substitute, you click Sucker Punch, oh but it failed, blah blah blah, went for Reflect. You go for Sucker Punch, but it failed, blah blah blah. So yeah. So yes. So yeah, what was I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, if he brought Starmie, he would have won by default because I have nothing to wall that. Like my only wall is Starmie, and Starmie dies to Analytic Hydro Pump. If you don't know, Analytic does work on when you switch out. Analytic boosts your moves by 30% if you're slower or if you attack second. So if you switch out, Analytic is calced into the damage. So Clefable just dies to Hydro Pump and Psyshock. If I'm specially defensive, Psyshock is a 2-hit KO regardless from Life Orb Starmie. And yeah, I had nothing for Starmie whatsoever, so I'm not super mad because, again, if he brought Starmie, he would have won by default. But when he brought this team, I was like, okay, I have hope. And honestly, like I said, Crawdaunt just beats them all. You've seen how threatening Crawdaunt was. But he did pull off a very amazing Dragonite. It's a very awesome Dragonite. And honestly, at the beginning of the season, I did say Dee Train was a very good player when he came to this LBA. I was like, hey guys, this guy is legit, because I managed to face him in Showdown, and I was doing the suspect test for Greninja, and he did beat me. Guess what? With a Dragonite. I was playing with I had my physically defensive Empoleon, and my physically defensive Empoleon is set to live in Earthquake, a stab Earthquake from Garchomp and Mamoswine, and the Choice Banded Earthquake or a +1 Earthquake from Dragonite and the rest of the gang. So I was against his Dragonite and I really needed my Empoleon. I was like, okay, I can preserve my Dragonites, but I can preserve my Empoleon, but I know I can live anything from Dragonite, so I need to defog the rocks away. And he goes for Choice Banded Superpower, which is just above the calcs for Earthquake, and he managed to beat me on that as well with Dragonite. So yeah, so Dee Train is a very awesome guy. So you should go and check his channel out. He does Wi-Fi battles and he does streams. His streams were very, very fun. So, or his first stream was fun, which is the one where we battled. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Like I said, unfortunately we lost the season, but next season we'll come back stronger and we'll try to retake our crown. So yeah, see you later.